Hello everyone, I'm ImAllexx and welcome back to another video. If you guys are new to this channel, subscribe, it'd be great, because you get to see more videos like this one. And I know you want that, because I've been watching you for weeks on end, and I know that you'd love these videos, so you should be watching them every day. It's not creepy, it's just market research. Let's get in with the video. Unfortunately, I missed my daily upload yesterday, because my internet is completely down, which is great, so we're hotspotting in for today, and I'm really gutted, because I missed out on all of the Minecraft drama. I'm a 24-year-old man. Now, this is actually involving two people who I know. One person who I've actually met, which is Quackity. Although to say involved is very strange, judging that apparently he hasn't replied to any of it. Now, you may be thinking, how is there drama between somebody who hasn't replied to somebody at all? I don't know. Now, we've got this big thread here from Dream, if you could see this, right? Look at how much he's written. I'm sorry, man, but this is a novel. This is like a short story. Like, you could get graded on this for GCSE English. So, Dream and Quackity have both, started a Minecraft server, and they were basically very similar. And I know most Minecraft servers are very similar. There's really kind of a certain limit to what you could do on an SMP. The main key thing that these two, I guess, have fallen out over was the element of there being some translation tool so anybody could play on the server from any country and everybody could understand each other. Now, you may be wondering, how is there any drama based around this at all? Well, Dream is involved, to be fair, and he loves it. This post is going to get a tiny bit personal. So if you're not in the mood to be a little upset, it's probably best not to read it. Though it's about the community drama right now. When me and my friends started working on the United SMP, the QSMP had not been announced at all, and Quackity had kept things very close to his chest with what he was working on. It's a Minecraft server, not like a nuclear bomb. We were all probably thinking the same general thing. We need another Minecraft server to play on. We don't. We don't need another one. We really don't need another one. So basically, the too long didn't read version is they both started a Minecraft server. And Dream is getting a lot of flack because people are saying that they're kind of copying each other. And I guess children who watch Minecraft find that something to be egregious and annoying. But that's not the part of this video that I want to focus on. The part of this video that I want to focus on is how weird this thread is from Dream. And I've experienced these odd tweets before. I've been on the receiving end. Me and my friends went bowling one time. And Dream decided to set his tens of thousands of Twitter fans on us for doing something that in the UK was completely legal and followed all the regulations. He decided to lump 50,000 stupid American teenagers on us to kind of give us shit for the fact that we went out with George Not Found and he couldn't be there or something. I don't really understand it. I didn't really understand it at the time. It really kind of pissed me off. Not gonna lie, I did something completely normal with my mates that, there were festivals back on, football stadiums were being filled to the brim. I'd been doing Chelsea games for 3-4 weeks at that point, and when I go out bowling with a few of my mates, and then Dream tweets about it, and when I wake up to see 80,000 tweets about me and my friends going bowling. Because he's got a parasocial relationship with his weird audience, and with stuff like this, he knows by default tweeting about this that he's going to set them alight. He's going to set a fire underneath them. And now there's this weird drama about a guy starting a Minecraft server. And I don't know what it achieves, to be honest. He basically goes on to say, I was messaging Quackity about the Minecraft server. He didn't reply to me at the time. He didn't reply to me for a second time. He didn't reply to me for a third time. I don't know. At that point, to be honest, I'd be get the hint. I want to talk to you for some reason. And to be honest, if Quackity doesn't want to talk to him, I think it probably was because he didn't want to beef him. Quackity's a nice bloke. I have a feeling that he was doing you a favour by not replying. But now, this is massively public, and tens of thousands of people are tweeting about it. So either that thing that he wasn't replying to you about is going to become public, or hopefully he just doesn't reply and he just buries the hatchet. I don't know. This seems incredibly pointless. He basically then goes on to allude that, if you were on Quackity's server, that you weren't really allowed to play on Dream's one, although at no point was that ever actually said. So I'm pretty sure he's just kind of guessing that. I reached out to Quackity again, expressing support and laughing about the fact that we had such similar ideas. He hadn't replied to my previous message, and didn't reply to that one either. So I bumped him, mentioning that a lot of vitriol was building between our fan bases. Who cares? Most normal content creators look at their audience and go, especially the one on Twitter, and go, hey man, they're just they've got a lot of free time, and they'll literally fight about anything. They'll argue about anything. It's not really a creator's responsibility to be oh my god, I can't believe the Quackity fans are tweeting about Dream. I'm pretty sure if you ask Quackity, he'd go, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about what they're up to. I don't know these people. They have, like, formed a weird attachment with me, made me their profile picture. Oh, they're beefing you? Well, I don't know, man. I'm not going to tweet telling them to stop. It would be weird, because I don't want them to think that I actually care about this stuff. That's always how I felt about stan stuff. You know, I'd have people tweet me being like, oh, some stans are saying this. And I'd be like, I don't care. Man, just because they got me as their profile picture doesn't mean that they're like anything to do with me. You know, I've just been the unfortunate sod who's been picked, okay? And the thing is, most stans are completely nice and normal. Not the Minecraft ones, though. I say it over and over again, like, you know, there's like at least 50,000 of them that just like tweet like horrible shit. And it's weird. Or like they bully people over stuff they don't know. Because they are children, right? So you do have to kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, they're kids. They are kids. But the thing is, I know that Dream knows they're kids. I know he knows. And I've DM'd him before, when the bowling thing happened, and I said to him, I was like, hey man, I think you should maybe not tweet, if I was you, about stuff to do with your friends that's personal, because you're just going to onset a bunch of people who don't know us, and it's weird. And it's weird when you know you have that power, and you still use it. If I had a Twitter account as big as Dream's, I don't think I'd weigh in on anything, ever. I'd just be like, I'm going to make my Minecraft videos and shut up. Because I know that my audience are really toxic, and everybody I meet doesn't like them. And I think that's the main thing. I think if everybody kept on telling me, hey man, your audience that you have, like, they kind of annoy me. You know, they treat their female creators on the Dream SMP terribly. They constantly ship people. Like I don't know any Minecraft people who don't seem to be, like, genuinely annoyed about, like, kind of the way that, like, Dream stans tweet. And I'm one of them. You know, and I have a personal experience along with, like, most of my friends. They're fucking irritating. I think if I knew that all of my friends found my audience to be, like, genuinely painful, I'd just be quiet about it. Or I'd carry on and have everybody hate me, because at this point they'd be like, it seems like he's weaponizing them. It seems like he's encouraging them to, you know, try and dig an answer out of Quackity here, just by mass paragraphs of tweets. Like, this is insane. You know, your mate wouldn't reply to you, so you've done this. This is probably one of the reasons why he didn't want to reply. That being said, I've seen the community split against each other, and I have tons of hate build around this, and around the speculation of people's motives and friendships and so on. Oh, so do you know what would have been helpful? A big fucking tweet about personal private stuff that never needed to be public. And one of the reasons why I'm going to say that people don't want anything to do with kind of like this Minecrafty audience, and I know there'll be people watching this obviously because it's about them who are going to be like, I feel very attacked right now. If you didn't do any of this weird shit, if you don't join in on like these mass kind of like weird tweets that get posted and then like dig people out because of that, or blindly follow somebody purely because of the fact that, like, I don't know, you stan them or whatever, then this isn't about you. If you're like an ordinary person who isn't like following something like this and like basically going to battle over it, harassing creators over stuff that like is so pointless, like it's a Minecraft server, like who cares, why is this such a big deal, then don't worry about it. I'm not talking about you, and you guys are fine. Like, when I did my Minecraft stuff, there were so many people who helped me raise loads of money for charity. We did some great stuff, you know, but then this is kind of like the dark side to it. They form like this weird parasocial relationship with their audience, and they kind of move them like chess pieces. And I just don't get it. It looks pathetic. And it gets even weirder, and this is one of the reasons why people want to avoid this audience. Because Dream says, that being said, I've seen the community split against each other, and have tons of hate build around this and around the speculation of people's motives and friendships and so on. It's really harmful to the community as a whole. I've seen more threats, doxing, fights, slander and hate between a bunch of fan bases than I've seen in a very long time. I personally have experienced an elevated level of in real life threats and stalkers, and even had the police involved in somebody showing up at my house and putting trackers on my family vehicles. God, man, no wonder people don't want to be associated with this shit. You've formed such like a weird kind of relationship with your audience. They're like crazy. I mean, people are like, oh, you know, it's unfair to call like all of the Dream stans crazy. Whoa, that's mental. And there's no way that that isn't, like, a fan. And I replied to this tweet thread. I replied with it, like, oh my god, like, all this over Minecraft. And I had somebody quote tweet it being like,
tell that about the Quackity fan that put a tracker on his car.
Who knows if it was a Quackity fan? What is it, like, how do you even know that? That's just absurd. It's probably just one of the mental Minecraft kids. And the only reason why they are mental, by the way, isn't because they play Minecraft or they're a Dream fan. It's because intentionally parasocial relationships have been formed with this audience, weaponized private Twitter accounts, personal DMs on Snapchat, you know, and that has led to this. That has led to whatever this is. this weird, strange bunch of children who are now gonna like mass harass somebody for no reason. And I don't like blaming the creators when something like this happens, because, you know, I've had some weird experiences with people, really strange experiences, but I can't help but feel like the whole, we're all mates, I love you, you know, having personal relationships with fans, I can't help but feel like that has led to this. And I think that's one of the reasons why the Minecraft community seems to be so split. Because I think a lot of them don't want people kind of like thinking that they're mates with them. They want to just make their stuff and go home. But they've had to receive so much harassment. And not even because they're taking part in the parasocial stuff, but because certain content creators are. You know, and that's why I ended up in so much like shit for no reason. Because I went to a birthday party. Because a guy was like, hey man, I think you're a bad influence on them. And then loads of people were like, yeah guys, I think you guys should know better as elevated people of power. I'm just a fucking bloke with a YouTube channel. I'm not some god because I don't want to portray myself as some god. Now some YouTubers may want to do that. They may want to go on here, write paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs about how much they, you know, oh my community. I don't want any of that shit. You know, if you want to watch the videos, that's great. And I love that, and thank you. I appreciate that. You pay my bills, you allow me to live a very nice lifestyle, and I will provide with you, hopefully, entertainment in return. But beyond anything else, don't try and, like, pry yourself into my life, because I don't give a fuck about what's going on in yours. It's just, like, this. I love meeting people in the street, and stuff like that. It's great. You know, that's fine, and saying hello to people. I have normal conversations with you, but, you know, we don't know each other. And that's why I find stuff like this to be, like, mind-numbingly irritating, because it's like, I've read this whole tweet and it comes across like somebody trying to speak to their mate about like, oh, I'm so personally upset, guys, you know what it's like, we're all friends here, these people are not your friends, this has 35,000 likes, and now like, both of you are trending over something that, honestly, should have just been buried. He doesn't want to speak to you about his Minecraft server. The end. Just button it. There, right? You can just start your own one, I don't think there's going to be any drama about it. But I think the main thing is that you don't want your audience ever saying anything bad, ever. But you can't control them, you know? You're not Jesus. You know, these aren't your disciples. You can't just, like, put something out and have everybody follow it, verbatim. It doesn't work that way. I accepted a long time ago that, like, my audience is going to do what they do. They're going to like stuff, dislike stuff, say that I'm copying this from that person. And I can't just sit there and go, oh, stress over every individual person saying everything and getting the truth correct. Who cares, man? Like, a lot of people like you. Just be happy with that. You don't need to control every narrative, it's fine. You can just live. This looks really fucking unhealthy. And also the effect it has on other people and also the content creation space as a whole is toxic. Why is this something that anybody is doing ever? It just seems absolutely pointless. Well, that's my 2 cents. It generally comes from a place of love. Like, I've reached out before and I said, hey man, I find this parasocial shit to be fucking weird, especially when it's like to do with your mates. Like, you know, tweeting about stuff that they've been up to. Like, if you've got a problem with it, maybe DM them. But I guess if this is going to be public, then it's something that you can comment on, really. I had a private birthday party with mates. Yeah, a couple of people put stories up. Not me, personally. And then, you know, I ended up getting in loads of shit for it. For me just doing something in my spare time that was perfectly fine and legal. And now you got this. A man starts a Minecraft server, doesn't really want to talk about it, I guess. And now he's got like 7 fucking books written about it. And loads of shit on his plate. It's just weird. Minecraft is fucking weird. They're all fucking weird. Minecraft YouTubers are fucking weird.